All right, what's going on, man? I'm so upset at the moment, but I'm gonna probably do this after every game. I'm gonna break down the game, break down what happened, and just give the keys going into the next game. No, you can't see me. I'm doing a face palm right now because of the way that the game ended. Uh, I'm gonna get into that in a little bit and just break down the game. It was a very entertaining game. Uh, Cavs came out, kind of punched them in the mouth. Then the Warriors responded back, which I mean, we all kind of expected. Then it was a couple of key plays going into that halftime that just hurt, and kind of the turning point in the game, but it wasn't really until the second half. I'm gonna get into that. So LeBron, I'm gonna just go down the box score. LeBron had 50. This man had 51 points. 51, 8 and 8. I mean, Kevin Love 21 and 13 on 9 of 20. I mean, that's a terrible percentage, but I mean, he at least he got you. At least he got him 21 points, 20 and 10, which you kind of want from him in the series. Jr. Oh, I can't wait to get into you. J.R. Smith 10 points, 3 of 10 shooting. George Hill 7. Tristan Thompson 2. Off the bench, Jeff Green had 7, Nance had 9 and 11, Clarkson had 4, and Corver had 3. So I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna break down the Warriors box score. Draymond had 13, 11, and 9. Steph had 29, 6 and 9. KD had 26, 9 and 6. Klay Thompson had 24. Off the Looney had 8. Off the bench, Livingston had 10. Bell had 4. Nick Young 2. JaVale McGee 4. Weston and Kyle both had 2 points. Oh man, oh my gosh. LeBron's the only reason why this team was close. Yeah, I do agree with that. If he didn't drop 41, if he didn't drop 51, my bad. If he didn't drop 51, then this game would have been over with. So I'm gonna break down the key plays. So late into the second quarter, late in the second quarter, going into the halftime, Jr. Kicks it. I mean, LeBron kicks Jr. Jr. hesitates shooting. I don't know why he hesitated because he liked shooting contested jumpers. He hesitated and then kicked it to kicked it to Jeff Green in the corner, missed, and then 2 seconds left. Throwing in the Steph, JR gambled, and Steph hit a 40-foot bomb, which that's kind of his range. He hits a 40-foot bomb, and they're going into halftime with the lead. Well, no, it was tied. They're going to halftime time. Third quarter. Now we all know Golden State Warriors. We all know. Third quarter, the floodgates usually open, and it kind of did. And then the Cavs stormed back. And then when LeBron went out, I think they went up 11. That was in the second quarter. When LeBron went out, that was in the second quarter. And then the Warriors made a comeback. Then the second half happened. Third quarter, they didn't. It was about, I think it was 6 or 8 point lead going into the fourth from the Warriors. And then the fourth quarter was, oh, man. Fourth quarter was very interesting. So I think they was fighting back, LeBron, doing pull-up threes and attacking the rim. And then you got the Warriors, Steph. He's answering back. This is what I wanted. I wanted LeBron versus Steph. I don't really care about that LeBron versus KD. No, I want this LeBron versus Steph because now we can see. So now if the Warriors win this, I think Steph will win. Steph will finally get that MVP, that Finals MVP. Even though he says he don't care, he cares. But I'm gonna break. So about a minute left. I think Brown goes to the rim, scores. Then the Warriors answer. And then LeBron goes back down, They running the pick and roll all night. So now they got Steph on LeBron. That's a mismatch. Drove him to the hole, got the N1 call, made his free throw. The Warriors come back down. Think Steph drove it to the hole. This is when the Cavs made that substitution and got the offensive unit in. And it kind of cost them because Steph drove to the rim. He got a layup. Kevin Love came over just a tad bit late and fouled him. So he got an M1. Now, I think Warriors was up one in that situation. Now, about 5 seconds left. This is what Steph does. No, this is what actually, no, I'm gonna talk about that. So the blocking and charge call that KD got about 30 seconds left. This is when the Cavs was up 2. I'm sorry. That's a charge because when KD makes contact with LeBron, yeah, he slid over, but about time KD made contact with him, he was in the sliding position. So now, you know, that's a critical call. And then and George Hill comes down, hits one free throw with 5 seconds left because he got fouled. Bron passed to him and Clay fouled him. Bron threw it to Hill, got fouled, made the first one. Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, you know, George Hill, he's a pretty good free throw shooter. I expect him to make this. Missed the second. Now, granted, now remember, the Cavs have 1 timeout left. This is what they should have done. No, I'm going to tell you what happened, then I'm going to say what should have happened. This is what they did. JR got the rebound, dribbled it out to the – oh, my gosh. He dribbled it out towards half court and threw a late pass to George Hill. Now, if you look at the play, LeBron was wide open on the top of the key. LeBron was going to take the shot regardless. But, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, he dribbled out the half court. Now, this is what should have happened. What should have happened was LeBron, the minute that they got the rebound, I understand if JR, you know, takes it out to the three-point line, you know, to prevent a steal. But you call a timeout. So, yeah, it's on JR, but you also put some blame on Tyronn Lue for not calling a timeout in that situation. So now they go to overtime, and that's when the Warriors just turn into the Warriors. But I'm talking about the incident that happened at the end of the game. So this is what happened. I think it all started, you know, the game was kind of over already. Steph was going in for a layup. Bron comes over and blocked it. I think he started talking trash to Steph. So now I think Steph answered. They was just going back and forth from each other. You know, Bron saying, "Get out my face, get out my face." And then Clay started to chime in. I don't know why these two are poking the wrong bear. This is what you don't. That's what you don't do. You don't poke that bear whatsoever. So you know, they just jawing at each other. You know, I mean, it's the NBA. I understand that. But now what you do is you kind of woke a sleeping giant, even though he did drop 51. I do expect a better performance the next game because the game should have been over if they just called a timeout and JR was trying to tell LeBron he thought they had the lead. LeBron wasn't trying to hear that. How do you not know the situation that you're in? Like, usually, you know, whenever a foul occurs, you just look at, you take a quick glance at the scoreboard. That's what you do. Man, JR didn't even do that. Oh, my gosh. But back to this incident. Steph, Clay, and Bron, they all going at each other and whatnot. You know, and then I think because the Warriors about to get a shot clock violation, which I understand why you shoot it to prevent that turnover, but at that point, like, you know, usually most teams just dribble the clock out. They don't really care. But Livingston went up for the shot, and Tristan elbowed him. So now they saying apparently he elbowed him. When you look at it, he didn't get much elbow to the face. Like I understand why they call it, but he didn't get elbow all the way elbow to face. Then they threw him out the game. And then as he was leaving, Draymond is talking and talking and talking. Tristan wasn't having it. He had the ball in his hand and he kind of like mushed it in his face and everything. So I mean, I don't really expect Tristan to get suspended. He might get a fine for it, or they'll give him they'll give him a flagrant 1 probably, not a flagrant 2. They'll probably downgrade it to flagrant 1. But it was like I said, it was an entertaining game until JR didn't know the shot clock, didn't know the situation that you're in. Like I don't get it. But kind of I'm gonna give the tips for game 2 for the Cavs to attempt to bounce back. Even though people think the series is over already. I'm gonna go down with the ship. Like Bron, he just gotta keep attacking. He did what he did. Kevin Love did what he did, even though he didn't shoot officially. He still did what he had to do. Still got you 20 and 10, which is what you want. But JR needs to be more efficient. Hill needs to be more efficient. Tristan, I'm gonna need you to get more than 2 points and more than 5 rebounds. I'm gonna need that from you. Jeff Green, I really want him to attack the basket more. That's what I want for him, because if you look at game 6 and 7 versus the Celtics, that's what he did. He attacked the basket. Why not? But Korver got to knock down his shots, and it's just like Nance. I give Nance his credit. He did pretty well. I mean, it was a couple of iffy plays that happened, but you kind of get over that. For the Warriors, KD needs to start out hot. I think he went 2-9 in the first half, so he ended up. Then he had 10 in the 10 in the third. So, I mean, he shot 8 of 22, 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. Like luckily, he was lucky that Clay and Steph showed up, because I mean he's gonna get ridiculed. Like he gonna take this. He played 46 minutes, so and he was primarily on LeBron for most of the game, and LeBron dropped 51 on him. Can't guard him, but for the Warriors, just keep doing what you're doing. Steph gets hot, it's over. Clay gets hot, it's over. But I fully expect the Cavs, after the ending of this game, I fully expect the Cavs to come out hitting next game. They're going to make it a physical game. I do expect Draymond to get about two quick fouls in the first, just because, like remember when Marcus Morris was, I think he said something about LeBron. Oh, he's the second best person behind Kawhi that can guard LeBron. In this game, he had like 2 fouls in the first for like 5 minutes. So I kind of expect that in the next game. The rest have to do better, because it was a couple of times in the fourth, especially the charge call, where they're not really consistent going down the stretch. Because LeBron, he goes in the post and he gets hit on the arm, gets hit, no foul, which then leads to a Warriors bucket, because that's momentum. You really can't stop momentum. It just happens as it goes. But this, I expect a lot more foul calls, hopefully, even though they're in Golden State, hopefully. But if not, I do expect at least one of them 2 games back in Cleveland where, the Cavs are getting a lot of foul calls. So I will be back. What's the next game? Sunday. Yeah, Sunday night. I'll be back to break down game 2. And I will leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Whoever's watching this live or after, I appreciate all suggestions and feedback. I take it all. But I will see you guys next time.